this is Hassan Abaya. He gave a vital information during the First and Second World War to because he's a Sierra Leonean. So he gave a vital information to the British when they were fighting alongside with the French, right? So that's why we always remember him. And this is the true founder of Freetown, Thomas Peters. He founded Freetown. Born in 1738, he was poor, uneducated, a slave, and he went to England. He was part of the military. Their first he was in America. They took them to England, and he was part of the military. They came back because of the weather. They went to Nova Scotia, so they came back to England because of the weather. Yeah, he met a company in England, said, because they were all slaves, they want to come to this part to form a new colony, because there were names they were calling Freetown. We have the Roma Run, we have the Graventown, they have different names.
Yeah.
So
and I understand Graventown was the first name given to Freetown.
Yes. Even this part of it, this is where the first batch of slaves settled.
Okay.
Up this on arrival, saw this beautiful land, he said, yeah, it's Freetown. In 1792.
So he's the one that changed from Graventown to Freetown.
Yes.
So he's changed the name.
Yes, in 1792. So he was part of the second batch of slaves that arrived. Because the second batch of slaves arrived in 1792.
1792. Alright.
So it was part
what
of
about the first batch?
In 1787.
1787.
Yes. So 1792, the second batch of slaves, yes. They arrived and they settled at the Conti 3. So they came to this way to the Conti 3. The first batch, the Graventown from where they call them, do you know the Portuguese step? This is where the Portuguese step just closer to the city council.
City council. Okay, yes. By government wow.
Yes.
Alright.
So in 1792, so they arrived, but in 1793, he died because of malaria and mosquito bites. So he's the true founder of Freetown. Right? We have Lamina Sanko. He was an entrepreneur. He was one of the people that formed the first political party, the PLP. But he wants to go into politics, and he was settled with our local people, the Timini. But his real name was Reverend Anthony Jones. But it was very difficult for the Timini people to pronounce his name. So he decided to change his name because he wants to go into politics, Lamina Sanko. So that's why we have the Lamina Sanko street there. Right? Wow. We have Guma Smart, we have Pademba, and we have Matui. Pademba was a very peaceful paramount chief settled along Pademba Road and Cambo Street.
I read about it.
Yes, it was a paramount chief because we know Freetown we have the colony and the protectorate. The colony was controlled by the British, while the protectorate was controlled by our local people. So if you want to come to the colony, you must pay. That's why the Pademba Road was established in 1914. For those who are coming into the colony, if you are not paid, you're going to be captured and detained at the Pademba Road. Yeah? So it was a very peaceful paramount chief settled along that side. But there was a fight between the French and the people, and the British. But because of this little children, he said, please don't fight. If you fight, you're going to destroy my people. So, and they listened to him. So that's why, so he offered them, that's why the Pademba Road was built there. And because of the peace, we have the Pademba Road. Yes. So he was a very, very, very peaceful paramount chief. Yeah? And the Pademba Road was just for 300 inmates, but today we have up to 2,000 inmates there. Wow. Yeah, just for 300 inmates. We have Matini was a very good, powerful paramount chief of Kono. Yes. Jama Swafe. But he was very powerful. There is a popular story. They said he was staying with lion in his cave. He was a warrior. There was a fight between Samuel Toure and them. So whenever he wants to go to fight, this lion will come out. And when they go, then when he went, definitely he will succeed. So, but one day he came back, he wanted to go. So out there, I think, he never came back. So people rushed into the cave to look for these lions. No, they were nowhere to be found. So if the Matuis, they are paramount chiefs, they are stakeholders in Kono, right? And this is how our traditional villages are set. If you can see, this is how, for me, if like my village during festive season, this is how you will see them, will be half naked, enjoying the festive season. These are houses built by mud. If you go in there, they are so cold, like they have air conditioning in them.
And I can just say, this is the Africa they are showing people out there.
Oh yes.
And today we want to show the modern Africa to the people out there.
Exactly.
So this is no more the Africa.
Yeah.
You know, some of these villages, if you get there now, you won't see such houses.
Yeah.
You understand? You can't see, you will see them with iron sheets on top of their roof. You know, their roof are made of iron. So these people are really transforming.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly.
But they are still showing people out there like Africa is a jungle. When we are not living in the jungle anymore.
Yeah. But unfortunately, some of them are without doors and windows. But this is how our people
Peaceful.
live and enjoy their lovely time in our villages. You can see these are hunters, these are tapper. You can see the man up at the palm tree is taking our normal wine. You know, this is how they enjoy their festive season, and this is how they enjoy their lovely time in our traditional villages. Right?
Great.
The man up there, this is called Patinka. He's thinking for Sierra Leone. He has been thinking since independence up to now. He's thinking what the president is going to do for his people. Sometimes that's the office of the president. Sometimes the president will be out there looking at this man and say, "Oh yes, I have to do more."
So my take is, since the people has not get total transformation, maybe he has not arrived to his final.
So that's why you
answer.
You don't look at the man how the sitting position of the man.
Thinking.
Yes, so he's still thinking.
So there is no answer yet.
Yes.
No answer.
Yes.
So my people, that is it. There is no answer yet. So you create an answer. What to do? Where you want to invest in Africa? And Sierra Leone is a virgin land, I can say. We have to invest in this place. We have to do more for Sierra Leoneans, for Africans, and this part of the world.
Their names are Indian. Both Sierra Leoneans, military, Nigerians, Guineans, their names are Indian. Right? And this one you are saying, we will remember them. We will remember those that died, that gave up themselves for us to enjoy our today. So this is the unknown soldier. It represents those that died and their bodies were not found.
Wow. So the unknown.
This image you are seeing, the man in the middle who was the tallest soldier during the Second World War. If you hit on a stone, you are going to feel the stone, and if a stone hits on you, you are going to feel the stone. But he is preaching against discrimination. He said a soldier has the responsibility to save a civilian and that of a soldier. As you can see, hold the hand of a civilian and a soldier. But he's telling us that as a Sierra Leonean, discrimination should not be part of us. Whether you're a Mende or Timinian, Basusu, as far as Sierra Leone is concerned, we are all Sierra Leoneans. Even if you are white, black, no matter the color, Sierra Leone is for Sierra Leone. Even on the eve for Sierra Leone to gain independence, they said all those who are in Sierra Leone, you are Sierra Leone. So he's pushing against discrimination. He said, Sierra Leone, we should not practice discrimination. Whether you're a Mende, Timinian, we are all one. Even in the sight of God, they said everybody is equal. And the man at the back is telling us all these things we are using to kill ourselves. Why are we not using them for agricultural purposes? So he is destroying this weapon we are using to kill ourselves and turning them to things that we use for agricultural purposes. To the glory of God and honor of those Sierra Leoneans who gave up their yesterday for us to enjoy our today, for the causes of peace, stability, and prosperity. Those that died during the First and Second World War, those that died during our Civil War, those that died during the Ebola mudslide. So they gave up themselves for us to enjoy our today.
You are learning a lot today. I will call it the history of Sierra Leone.
This part of this is the final stage of our tour. This woman, she's representing all of the women in Sierra Leone. She's called Mama Salon. That's the judge, the scale, and we call that the hammer. She has committed a crime and she's asking for mercy. Please forgive me for what I've done because I'm a female. And the judge said everybody is equal before the law. The law has no respect for anybody. Whatever crime you've committed, you are going to pay for that crime. And she's asking, please forgive me because I'm a female. Forgive me for what I've done. And the judge said, no, you are going to pay for that crime you've committed. There was a coup that took place in Sierra Leone years back. And she was the only female among us. She's called Kula Samba. So, but sometimes we don't want to include her name in some of them, but she's representing all of the women in Sierra Leone. But she has committed this crime and she's asking for mercy. Please forgive me because I'm a female. And the judge said, no, the crime you committed is going to pay for this crime. And that's the law court, the highest seat of the judiciary, and that's the seat of the Chief Justice. That place, the foundation stone was laid in 1910.
1910.
Yes.
Wow.
By the Duke of Connaught. And that's the seat of the Chief Justice. And where we have the High Court, the Supreme Court, the Appeal Court. So it is the highest seat of the land of the LGBT.
So over here, I'm seeing
And that's
by the way,
the State House.
State House.
In those days, it was called the Fontutontin when the governors they were staying. But after independence, it changed to the office of the president, the State House. So the president just come and work in the morning, in the evening, back home. So in this area, you are saying it is most government offices. This is where they are located. You have the office of the president, the office of the vice president, the army, the defense, Ministry of Defense, the foreign affairs, all of them. Bank of Sierra Leone, the law courts. So all of this area.
So this is the economic center of Sierra Leone.
Yes.
No wonder these people were protecting this place during the civil war.
Yeah. So thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
And I said that's the Majesty Country 3, where if you are visiting Sierra Leone for your first time, it will urge you to see the Country 3. And no one visiting Sierra Leone you want to see the Country 3 because it has a history that you don't want to miss. Even for those who are coming back to Sierra Leone, these African Americans, when they came back to Sierra Leone, we took them to the Country 3. We tell them about their forefathers, where they were taken, where some of them died. So some of them even will ask them to pay libation to remember those that died on their way coming and those that were begging for like Country 3. So it is the Majestic Country 3 and it is the only surviving heritage we have in Sierra Leone now.
Wow. So if I pour a libation, what would these people think? They won't say something about me.
No, even when we have even some of these churches, sometimes you will see they will come around the Country 3 praying. Why? It's just because of the thing the Country 3 is like a historical. We are our forefathers. You know, they suffer for us. Some of them they died.
Wow.
So that's why you see sometimes they come around, you know, they pray, they even pray under the Country 3. So it's so traditional, it's so historical, you know. We always, nobody visiting Sierra Leone will not come to see the Country 3. It will urge you to see the Country 3.
Great.
So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. You've given us a whole lesson that we are not given there in school.